Good morning, challengers. How's everybody doing today? This is the first day of our Country Heat Challenge group, and I am so excited about it. I did the first workout this morning, Country Swing. Wow, it was. I had so much fun with it, and I was really, again, I continue to be surprised by this program, and it's good for all fitness levels. Like, there's a great modifier in there. The cueing's great. The explanations are great. I am definitely not the most coordinated person, but by the end, I was dripping sweat, and I really enjoyed the workout today. So I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody else and them getting their workouts in. So there's three quick things I wanted to touch on here. First of all is Beachbody has announced that for any of you adventurous people, the brave, or just the completely motivated for a contest and to the chance to win some money, they have announced that they are giving away $1,000 a day to a random winner that posts a video 1 minute or less of themselves and family, a group of people doing Country Heat on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag Country Heat. So it's not a requirement of the group, but it's something fun that Beachbody's doing to get up and get you motivated and get you to get others motivated. And they'll run stuff like this all of the time. So again, $1,000 a day for posting a video of a minute or less. For me personally, during the week it's my time, first thing in the morning, to be working out and to like really clear my head and get ready. So, but on the weekends, I normally have the boys. So I am totally contest motivated and will be getting them out there and getting a video posted this weekend. So let's hope my moves get better. Number two, and I think this is probably going to be the most important, is the meal planning and prep and understanding the containers and getting all of that in there. And I've been doing the 21-day fixed containers since they came out. Now we've got the Country Heat, like they've just the container system. And you can see, I've got my book here. The pages are all, it's all bent up and torn up and marked up, and the pages are actually starting to fall out now. I used them so much, but I carried this around everywhere when I first started. My husband made fun of me, and I didn't care because this had to work for me. There was no reason it shouldn't, because these containers are easy. Like you throw it in. If it fits, that's what you eat. But it was like taking the time to understand and to learn what it was that we're doing. And I had no shame in that. Like it had to work for me, and I made it work, and it works. That's the great thing about it, is it works. So in the Country Heat, hopefully you guys have had a chance to start going through your book. If you haven't, a couple things I wanted to highlight out to you is, I'm excited they've got some new recipes in here, and Autumn doesn't skip on taste. Like, I have really appreciated that about her recipes. She's got a cookbook out there, Fixate, which has 101 recipes for just about everything in there. And they're terrific. So like the hot sauce in here, I'm really excited to be making this. No, the husband is not the only chef in the family here. I may not be all that good, but I do try. And so like the hot sauce, I'm going for the hot sauce. For those of you new to Shakeology or just need to spice things up, they have a great section in here on recipes for the Shakeology. You can also log into your Team Beachbody account online, and there is a recipe section for any type of food you want. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, Shakeology. It's all in there. And they're tasty. I've had so many of them on a regular rotation in our food plan. And speaking of the plan, on page 30 of your book, there is also a 3-day sample plan there. So if you're struggling on a day and you're not sure what to eat, or just getting started, or just need to change it up a little bit, use this plan. They have it in there. That's really helpful. And, I know I gave you guys a template on how to, here's Monday, here's your snack, chart it out. But one of the things that was really helpful for me in the beginning, what I did was, I know they said that this should be used as a tracker, but what I did instead, and this is on page 8, is I made copies of this. And instead of tracking, I did it at the very beginning, and I charted out my containers and when I would have them and how much I needed, and to make sure that everything fit. So I really got a chance to understand where I'm eating my containers at, when I needed them. And this was probably, this was the game changer for me, is doing this and really understanding my containers, so that later on it became it just became an automatic, like I knew if I had a blue here, or if I'm going off plan, because life happens, you're going to go off plan. I'm tracking. At least track it. Are you having an extra blue? Are you having an extra yellow? How many extra yellows are you having? So that you do know. But there's a lot of great resources in here to make it easier on you. I'll throw it out there now is that if you have any questions, if you're having any trouble planning, ask. Do not hesitate to ask. Some of us are further into our journey than others. Some of us are brand new to it. But we all have to get up and we all have to do this every single day, and we're all doing it together. And that's where the accountability, that's the brilliant part of the accountability in this group, is that we check in and we share the good, we share the bad, we celebrate the victories on the scale, non-scale victories. It's powerful stuff. So just be here and be present. Back to the containers. Another thing I really liked with Country Heat is that they've got the stickers now, and I think that's really smart to label up your containers so that anybody and everybody will know, oh, a purple equals a fruit. So if you say I need to get a fruit, they're going to know. This is going to be something that anybody can do. And then I'm just going to really quickly share I'm going to prepare my lunch for you, and you can see. What I want you to get used to is actually dumping the containers out. Don't eat from the containers normally. Dump out so you can see on a plate what a full portion looks like, what a proper portion looks like, so that you can eyeball. Unless you want to take your containers to a restaurant and then when the plate comes out and then you portion it out and do it from there. You can start eyeballing that. Maybe I only need to eat half of this and a quarter of that, or I need more vegetables, which always seems to be the case for me. And that's just that's another important lesson to be learning, is to the power of the eye. Trust your eyeball. Don't go too far from it, but trust your eyeball. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you what we're making for lunch today. Okay? All right, so here I've got everything all, I'm going to turn that to the side. I've got everything all portioned out, and we're going to dump it on the plate. So we've got arugula is my favorite lettuce. Love it. And yes, I'm going to get every single last one of them out of there. Put it down on the plate. There we go. Green's done. Chopped up some chicken from earlier that we'd grilled up last night. Here's my red. We've got some tomatoes, a tomato salad that we'd had. I already portioned that out because I've only got one green container, and that's just how it works sometimes. Already on the plate. So I've now got 2 greens and a red on the plate. And because the tomatoes are juicy enough from last night, I don't really need a dressing. I've learned a lot of times your food, when it's juicy enough like that, you just don't need a dressing. Another important lesson is it's not an all or nothing with the containers. I only need a quarter of a blue on my salad to enjoy. That's plenty. That's probably more than enough that I need. So I've now got 3/4 of a blue, which happened to be my favorite container, waiting for me for the rest of the day here, okay? And then we got do the pine nuts up. Again, I only used a half. And for dessert, I could probably just eat those out of the container, but I got some of those beautiful blackberries from yesterday. And there is my lunch, and it is done, and I can't wait to eat it. But look, it fills up a whole plate. It fills up a whole bowl. That's plenty for you.